And here we are, my honourable mention. PS3. What a beast. One of the heaviest consoles I own, I think, to be honest. This is an 80 gig version. Plenty of space for me, but I know a lot of people complain of not having enough space in them. I bought it as a Blu-ray player, and that's what basically I use it as. As a games console, it is pretty good. I've got 5 games for it. Fallout 3 being the best one of the lot, but I think it'll get a lot better soon. Certainly with things like Heavy Rain coming out, which I'm looking forward to buying. It is a good console, just not one in my top 3, I'm afraid. I don't really like the controller. This is the 6-axis DualShock one, and it's too light, and these triggers are not long enough. And I've always hated the D-pad. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Terrible D-pad, terrible D-pad. But anyway, that's my honourable mention. The good old PlayStation 3. Okay, on to my top 3 pick. The SNES, or the Super Famicom, whatever you want to call it. Great little system. Never had one back in the day, but there's just that many good games on them. I mean, to be perfectly honest, Link to the Past is probably one of my favourite games of all time. It's just missed out on my, top 5 games of all time. Got Mario, Metroid. There's a reason why games still cost a fortune on eBay, because they're great. And also, if you have a little thing like this, you can play American games. There you go, an American game. Good old flashback. Shove it in the converter. Shove it in the top. And you can play American games. Brilliant. Absolutely great console. So many good games. Definitely. I think the prices are only going to start raising on these. Still love playing to this day. Great console. That's my number 3. My number 2. To number 2. The Dreamcast. What can I say about this machine? Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. So many good games on it. There's one in it just now. Soul Calibur. Fantastic fighting game. I mean, let's have a look. Modem here. Right. I think this is a 33k modem that's in it. You can get a broadband adapter. But now the controller. Let's see. Trigger buttons are brilliant. Really progressive. D-pad's one of the best D-pads I've ever played with. Things I don't like about it. This. Cables for controllers should come out the top. That's stupid, because then you just have to do that. It's huge. You've got your VMU port and your memory card port. It is pretty comfortable to play with, but it does get sore on my hands down here after a while after gripping it. I mean, there's so many great games. Shame it was Sega's last console. To be honest, I think if it had a DVD player in it, I think it would have been a totally different story. I think that's part of the reason the PlayStation 2 took off so well, that precious DVD player in it. Really good console, so many good games for it. I intend to do a full review on it sometime in the future, but that's my number 2 pick, so on to my number 1. This is where I invoke the wrath of the internets and say that my favourite console that I currently own is my 360. Right, suppose we'll start with the bad points. 1. Yes, I've had the Red Ring of Death. I've had it 3 times on 3 different consoles. This is my original one that I bought. Well, I don't know if it is still my one. It's the one that got sent to Microsoft. Things I don't like. The cooling is terrible. Thing gets hot as hell. The fact you have to buy a hard drive and a Wi-Fi adapter is ridiculous and money scamming in my opinion. The drive is far too loud, and I have an arcade which is quieter but still too loud. The power pack's too big as well. That's something I don't like about it. Right, on to what I do like. First up, the controller. Really comfy in my hands. Love the position of the 2 analogues. Not so keen on the D-pad. I think that this bit shouldn't be really raised. Yeah, it's good. Nice. Triggers are okay. Still for the Dreamcast triggers. Really comfortable to hold though. What really sells it for the Xbox is the games. And I'm not just talking about things like Mass Effect 2, Bioshock. I'm talking Xbox Live. The arcade, like the fact I can go and download Doom and play it, or Wolfenstein, Duke Nukem, Sonic. I can download them to the hard drive and play those games. I mean, even Speedball 2 when it was available, absolutely fantastic. That's what sells it for me. Xbox Live is far better than PlayStation Home. I think the PlayStation will get there, but Xbox got so much of a lead. Well, I just hope they don't F it up with the next console. And of course, Geek Score. I'm talking gamer points. Just people buy terrible games just to play them, just so they can get the gamer score. That was a genius move on Microsoft marketing. Absolute genius. So this is my favourite console that I currently own. There are others that would have been on this list, but I do not own them as of yet. So, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.